It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New Orleans Saints and the Buffalo Bills. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10 from the 41. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on 3rd and long. This finds Cooks complete. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
So in the end, the armchair quarterbacks, Kate, are going to tell you the more aggressive-minded play caller would have been correct. It would have been a better decision to go for it as they come up with nothing from that field goal try.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Allen comes out throwing. He beams one deep right up. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. This throw is caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Play action now, Allen. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Amendola able to put it through. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bass now to kick this away. On the return, it's Kendre Miller. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This New Orleans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. This is reeled in by Kamara. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They give on second to Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Pass play coming here. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Caught by Chris Olave. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He'll throw it yet again. Catch made by Cooks. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd down from the gun. Kamara's got it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They could easily go for this. It's 4th and 2. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. The Saints getting their first look inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. The Bills getting close, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. One of the tight ends motioning right. After the sack, another pass on second down. Connects with Johnson. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here he is on third and long. Hits his running back.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
That just stings. You got to be automatic from that distance. That is going to be a tough one for that sideline to absorb.
Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Completed to his running back. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Allen on 3rd and short. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Mano-a-mano, so many battles there at the line of scrimmage, and it does come down to those one-on-one situations. Who's put in the work, who's put in the effort, and who can execute to create that negative play, that big sack for this defense.
Here's Jake Camarda to send it skyward on 4th down. Back deep for the Saints is Rashid Shaheed. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Saints and running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. And he sure has proven to be a handful for them, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Airing it out to start this drive. This is complete to Olave. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. from the 47. That's into the hands of Moreau. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 38. That's complete to Kamara. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Tight end in motion left. 3rd and long for him here. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They've got 1st down from the 31. And off headed right, Kamara. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Saints, with some work to do, trailing in this game. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll throw it. From the pocket, looking for a target.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, New Orleans. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Hooking toward the upright, but it's good. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st down throw for Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They kick the running back in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Man in motion here. Allen on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Allen on the play action. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Again, Allen to the air. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. And they send a man in motion. Allen gonna throw again. Connection made to Coleman. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
So now here's 3rd and 5. To the air again, Allen. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
To throw again, it's Allen. He completes it in traffic. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Third down, 1 yard to go. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now the Bills use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll throw it again. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Bills take the lead just before halftime. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends, made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills push their lead to 3. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so first and 10 may be our last snap of the half. He'll throw it toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Looking to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it inside the 25. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right? They rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
Group B to try the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. So at halftime, the Saints fighting to an advantage on the road. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He had 3 catches in that opening part of the game and wound up with a touchdown reception as well.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Return's looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Now here's the Bills offense. They've got it first to begin the third. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Complete to Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Throwing here, Allen. Got a man, Palmer has it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They motion the tight end over. Going to the ground again on first. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. He still has room inside the 30. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
On first down, Allen. Coleman with the grab. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Motioning the tight end now. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's Allen. couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And now a 4th down staring right at him.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. This from 40 on the right hash. Amendola able to put it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Shaheed now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Into the hands of Olave. He's got to gain a 6 there. Christian Benford up to make that stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll try and throw it here. Hits him on the out route. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They kick the running back in motion. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
2nd and 10 now. That's into the hands of Moreau. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. He'll throw it yet again. Connects with Johnson.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Kamara running out of the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Looking to the air here. This is complete to Olave. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints push their lead further to start the half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints grow their lead to 8. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. This return makes it up to the 25. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Allen setting up to throw. Chased out to his right. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now run by Cook. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Another one for Cook. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Connection made to Shakir. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. This is Cook on the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Second down now, 7 to go. Trying it left side with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills down by only 2 in the 4th. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
So here comes a big play. Bills going for 2. Shakir in motion right. And he gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the 4th quarter. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Gotta go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Bass now to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Saints ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This finds Moreau. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the gun on 3rd down. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Catch made by Cooks. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Able to get it to Moreau. And he's tackled with the...
And that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw it again. Olave with the catch. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Still sticking with the passing game. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
They are throwing it again. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Here's an important kick now for Blake Grupe. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. Direction doesn't look good here. He missed it right. And we are still tied in the 4th.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, a chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up in that kicking net, well, he doesn't get the chance to end it himself.
The Bills set to take over offensively. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here's 2nd and 11. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's.
The Saints not in agreement with our previous call. They're going to challenge. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. So they're left facing third and long.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
He'll throw it. He fires one deep down the left side. He's got it deep downfield. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a fourth quarter lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Miller on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They kick the running back in motion. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Saints down by 7. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 3rd and 4 coming up now. To throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Setting up to pass. Taken in by Shaheed.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw it. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here he is to throw. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. The back's got it. And this one does not go far. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
This is Cook. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So it's the Bills who come away with the win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.